It was a stirring sight this morning. Law enforcement officers from every part of the continent traveled to New York City, filling the streets and standing together outside the funeral service for NYPD officer Rafael Ramos. It has now been a week since Ramos and Officer Wenjian Liu were ambushed and killed by a gunman who'd posted threats to kill cops on social media. A week that has seen tensions spike in a city that was already embroiled in protest and debate over police and race relations when the two officers were killed. But as Mark Albert reports, at the funeral today, there were calls to bridge the growing divide.
In a grand procession of sorrow, a street-wide line of blue, an estimated 25,000 officers strong, stood as one beside Christ Tabernacle Church in Queens. Inside, a montage of Officer Rafael Ramos's 40 years of life flashed by. He was killed the day he would have graduated as a chaplain, leaving behind two sons. New York City Police Commissioner Bill Bratton.
To know that we'll never let you be alone again, that we are your family now.
The family of Wenjian Liu, who was ambushed alongside Officer Ramos, was inside the church to mourn alongside Vice President Joe Biden.
So when an assassin's bullet targeted two officers, it targeted this city, and it touched the soul of the entire nation.
At the funeral, both men were promoted to detective and Ramos to honorary chaplain. In an appearance full of tension, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, at odds with many in the rank and file, told the Ramos family, "Our hearts are aching."
Officer Ramos put his life on the line every day so other New Yorkers could live in peace, so they could live in safety. That's what he believed in.
During the mayor's 10-minute address, hundreds of officers listening here outside turned their back, a sign of disrespect for a mayor the police union accuses of not supporting the force and of having blood on his hands. Commissioner Bratton called for an end to division.
If we can learn to see each other, then when we see each other, we'll heal. We'll heal as a department. We'll heal as a city. We'll heal as a country. And wouldn't that be the ultimate honor for Officers Ramos and Liu, that their deaths helped us to all heal.
The sea of blue outside the church had police officers from coast to coast. Sergeant Art Lesmis is from San Fernando, California.
It's a sad day for law enforcement, but it's a sad day for people as well, because the law enforcement represents the people.
But even this vast show of support could only provide so much comfort to a 13-year-old son who held his father's uniform cap and a widow given a flag representing so much sacrifice and sorrow. Mark Albert, CBS News, New York.
The oldest son of Officer Ramos arrived at the funeral wearing his father's police jacket. At the wake last night, Justin Ramos provided a moving tribute to his dad.
He was my rock. He was a beacon of wisdom. He was my absolute best friend. Dad, I'll miss you I'll miss you with every fiber of my being.